Hi, how you doing? And welcome back to another video on the channel. What we have for you today is a quick 5-minute free hit video for those people that are considering free hitting in game week 25. Really, if you're planning on free hitting, you need as many double game week players as possible and probably a thin bench as well, because it's very unlikely that if your players have doubles that they're going to not play at all. Therefore, it kind of makes your bench a bit pointless because you're not going to have those players on your bench again in the next game week. So it is something where you focus on your starting 11. And I do actually think that game week 25 is a much better game week for defences than attacks. You've got teams like Wolves and Everton that have doubles, but neither are known for their attacking prowess. So we're going to get straight on with the team, and we're going to start in goal with Allison. Now, I think Allison is a fantastic goalkeeper to get in this double game week if you are free hitting. I think he's playing Crystal Palace and Wolves, and as we've just spoke about with Wolves and also with Palace, they don't score very many goals, and Liverpool are looking a lot more solid. Into the defence we go, and we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold again, doubling up on that Liverpool defence. I think it's a really easy decision to make if you are free hitting to get in at least two Liverpool defenders for this game week. Kilman is probably the weakest link of the defence. Fulham away and Liverpool away isn't ideal, but Wolves are looking pretty solid. Although they conceded to Bournemouth, it's still only one goal. And I do think that maybe that is someone that you could get in. You might want to swap in with someone on your bench and have him as your first bench player. That's completely up to you. We've gone with double Everton defence as well. A lot of defenders from Merseyside this game week, and we are kind of hoping that Everton are that different beast at home, and they're going to keep that clean sheet against Aston Villa. If they do that, anything they get against Arsenal is a bonus. But they did keep a clean sheet against Arsenal very recently. But again, that was when they were playing at home. Now they've got to go to Arsenal and play them away. And rounding up the defence, we've got Zinchenko. Leicester have just blanked against Man United, couldn't score, and they'll be looking for revenge against Everton. Whilst if it was Everton away, I'd be a lot more wary of putting Zinchenko in there because I think they could maybe score. I think Everton at home is someone that you could possibly keep a clean sheet against. Into the midfield, and we've got double Arsenal midfield, Odegaard and Saka. I think you'd have them in your team just no matter what, whether you were free hitting, wild carding, transferring in, whatever. You'd have them in your team. Um, they are the sort of steady performers where they will get, one goal or one assist per game, and that's why I've put the captain's armband on Salah, because whilst I think Odegaard and Saka could quite easily return, I think Salah is that explosive player. Now Liverpool are getting their act together a bit. I think he is someone that could get a double goal performance against Crystal Palace and then score again against Wolves. Could have easily had a goal this weekend, and that would have left him with a goal and an assist. So I do think that he is somebody that is worth the upside and that high ceiling for captaincy. If you're going to free hit this game week, you might as well go all for it. Rounding out the midfield, we've got Adama. I was struggling for attacking players this game week, to be honest. There's, like we said at the intro, there's not a lot of attacking options, especially not a lot of high price attacking options. And although Adama's getting inconsistent minutes, he does actually have two assists in his last three games. And, if you're considering a free hit, he's quite a good option, really. Up front, it's no surprise, no matter what the game week, I wouldn't be surprised even if Man City had a blank game week, there'd be people still playing Haaland because he's just that valuable and people are so, anxious about missing out on points. But Bournemouth away is a good fixture for Man City. Sure, he might be looking at possible rotation, having played Champions League football midweek, but Man City are in a title race now, and I think drawing against Forest at the weekend, it does show that it's not as clear cut as people might think. I think a lot of people thought they were going to, really put the sort of selves forward for the clear front runners for the title, but now they haven't done that. I think they need to sort of play the strongest team no matter what. So Haaland is definitely going to get minutes this game week. On the bench, we've got Neil Maupay. Now he is somebody that you might put in for Kilman in terms of your starting 11. I think if you fancy him to score, Not that he does that very often at the moment, but he is a double game week player, so he does have the chance to do that. And he is at least very likely to get 4 points in your free hit team, whereas Kilman, I guess, could concede quite a lot of goals in his fixtures, so he's has a higher risk of getting less than four. Rounding out the bench, we've got Ings and Jared Bowen. And I do have Jared Bowen as someone that is pretty good in terms of hosting Nottingham Forest, and he's been assisting quite recently. Danny Ings could get a goal. He is that player that can react quite quickly in the box. And Nottingham Forest, when you're playing them at home, completely different to when you're playing them at their ground. Um, they are someone that you could score goals against. So yeah, that's my quick free hit team. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you are free hitting as well. What's your reasons for doing it this game week? And thank you very much for listening. And I will see you in the next one.